Hey, alright, so I was thinking of installing CUDA 11.8 on my Windows 11 Pro, which already have a pyenv environment installed, so which pretty much satisfy my prerequisite to have a Python inside my computer. So in that case, I could show you that I've installed Python 11.0. So I'm just gonna show you, and yeah. So you could see that when I check for the pyenv versions available in my computer, it shows there is a Python version 3.11, which is set by C users or push, which is my username, and pyenv inside this path. So in order to set this with a star, you need to do something known as pyenv global with the version name, which is 3.11.0. Just hit the enter. This is how you get it. So suppose you have multiple versions of Python installed. To install that, it's nothing but pyenv install. You could just first go ahead and check which are the Python versions available, and you want that. Go ahead, just remove this, and just say you want 12. Press and enter. It's gonna install. Cool. So once it is installed, suppose you have two versions to set it globally available. You need to go ahead and give the other command, this one. Alright, so with that said, now we have a Python, so to just check in the conventional way to ensure version, you can see that, yeah. So you have Python 3.11.0 available in this machine. Alright, so keeping that aside, we need to install CUDA 11.8, right? So going straight to my browser, we are going to search for CUDA 11.8. I have already the link available, but I just show you that. So just go ahead for this thing. It's the 11.8 download, right? So I'm doing 11.8 because it is kind of a stable one, and I think it's one of the last which has been released, and yeah, it's pretty much stable, and a lot of users have tested it, found it stable with both the frameworks PyTorch and TensorFlow. So very neat the exact usage of CUDA in real-time application for machine learning purposes. So yeah, so I'm gonna install in my Windows machines. Just click Windows 64, Windows 11, and you have two options to install to take the executional files, so which is a local and a network. So the local one is something which you need to install 3 gigabytes of content onto your local machine and then run an installation from there. So it's gonna extract everything which has been downloaded and then push into your computer. The network one is just gonna take less than 50 MB, 30 MB to be almost right. So yeah, so it's gonna just download this 30 MB thing and execution file, and then it's gonna connect to the server and can download. So it's pretty much the same what the first one does, but yeah, this one would take a lot of time because the rate at which it's gonna ping and extract the content, theoretically saying, it's pretty much low compared to the other one, because this is a whole pack of data, which is like a 7-zip, a zip folder. So the transaction rate is pretty much different in both the cases. The data transfer rate, yeah, sorry. So I would recommend, if you have pretty much reasonable internet available, so then go ahead and download this 3 gigabyte of content, the execution file. So Yeah, so it's pretty much straightforward. They've given here. Double click CUDA executioner, follow the on-screen prompts. You should be good to go. Alright, so I have it already downloaded. So I'm just gonna like pop it up for you. There you have it. Right click, run as administrator. That is what is recommended. I got my pop-up in my other screen, so if something comes up in my first primary monitor, then I'm just gonna like drag and drop it here so that you can see that. Right? Cool. So what I was thinking is, you know, when we get into any of these tech videos, it's pretty much convenient, convincing and convenient and comfortable if it is all shrinked into the most specific but everything. So there will be like too much of, this in between chat that's happening. It's not a chat, but like, sharing the content, just reaching into its outlines and then going sometimes like, way beyond that. So what I was thinking is that I'll go ahead and create something. It's the same video, what I'm posting, in a 1-minute content, or like maybe in something around that space. So it will be convenient for me to have a recap of what I've said, what I've shared, and hope the viewers would have, just to see things at a glance and just to see the essential part and get their things moving. But if they want something descriptive, they're always welcome to go ahead and watch the full video. Yeah, so we'll go ahead and install it. Alright, so I'm just not going to change any of the paths which is given by default. Just going to give an OK, follow the screen prompts that's been advised. Alright, so OK. So right after installing CUDA, we're going to install CUDA NN, which is CUDA for Deep Neural Network, and then we'll be installing the Visual Studios. So I'm just giving you the flow chart of how the entire process of getting CUDA enabled in a machine looks like. Yeah, I have something on my other screen, but it doesn't have any. Yeah, I'll drag it right now. So it's pretty much going to do some systems check, gonna make sure license agreements are in place, and then probably give me some options to select out of the available. I've done this thing before, but it's been long back. So yeah, you're installing an older version. The system may install a newer version. The computer is docked or undocked. What do you want? I don't know. I'll just go ahead with continue. And I think CUDA 12.8 is there. Yeah. So end user. I'm not sure like anybody's gonna read this thing. If anybody have read this thing, do comment it, okay? So agree and continue. Express recommended custom advanced. Not gonna change anything. Next. I understand. Definitely. Visual Studio integration. So this is the part which says that you need to have Visual Studio. No supported version of Visual Studio was found. Some components of the CUDA toolkit will not work properly. Please install Visual Studio first to get the full functionality. Alright, so I'm just gonna give it a try and see how this is gonna work. If not, we'll figure it out, right? So, yeah, I understand. Next, preparing for installation. Alrighty. Installation in progress. So this is going to take a while. Alright, so it's asking me to go ahead and click next, and it says that it's installed. I type Wonder just that. I never installed any of these things because it was not found. Alright. Alright, go ahead and give next. So this is the one which is installing GeForce Experience. Alright. Close.